Throughout the course of this video, you will see my experience playing mainly solo on a server packed with established groups, and how against all odds, I managed to have one of the craziest come-ups of my time playing Scum, and how a run-in with one of my neighbours led to me raiding their base without the use of explosives or lockpicks. Hands up. Hands up, hands up. Oh my god. Ain't no f***ing way that just happened. Oh, there's one more. I had been playing on the server for 2 days before the encounter shown at the beginning of the video. I'll be skipping over these 2 days, as I believe this is where my real story began. When I first joined the server, it became immediately apparent that I was the underdog. Every group I ran into seemed to have 3+ players, and I recognized some of the names on side chat. These were players that seemed to be on every popular Oceanic server that I joined when I would return to Scum. There were definitely some veterans here. After being killed by that group, I tried to get revenge a few times by running back with melee weapons, but they had regrouped and I couldn't find a gun, and there was just too many of them. My attempts to take revenge ended up draining my fame almost completely, leaving me in a vulnerable position in terms of permadeath. As soon as I respawned, I looted the bare minimum and headed straight to a military bunker, and this is where my come up began. That's someone. That's a player. Come here, boy. Turns out Merkwitz had recently completed a kill box and still had the loot on him. This left me with an assortment of high tier loot straight off the bat. I managed to snag an MK18, an SVD, both with scopes and silencers and additional magazines, a VHS BG grenade launcher along with 6 grenades, and even heavy armor paired with a ghillie suit. This was like hitting the jackpot. With my new jacked up kit, I didn't see the point in running with all of it at once and giving some rat the chance to have his own come up. So I decided to bury the SVD and some of the other items. I was determined to see what the grenade launcher was capable of, so I decided to camp on one of the main roads in hopes of taking out a squad in a car. I might just take this bush, eh? I reckon this is the play. After setting up, it took around half an hour before my first encounter. Oh f***. What the fuck? Yo! Sadly, it wasn't quite a squad, but a lone survivor with basically no loot. The explosive rounds had left the car immobilized without wheels, but I was eager to get my hands on the car. There was only one way to get it done: bite the bullet and start looting on my way to the nearest trader in AO. So I did just that. It took a while, but I managed to get 3 wheels and a jack. I was stressing the car wouldn't be there after being gone for so long, but luckily it was still right where I left it when I returned. So I fixed up the car and kept on rolling. Happy with my use of the grenade launcher, I decided to stash it with the SVD and just run the MK18, but I wasn't done camping. I decided to move the car to a more frequently used road and use it as bait to try and get some more easy kills. I put the car in a juicy position, slap in the middle of an intersection near the trader. I then drained the fuel and concealed myself in the nearby shrubs. Within 10 minutes, we had our first rat take the bait. Gone for a look. Got him. Guy went for a full-on look. He had another MK18, additional mags, and a landmine. Unfortunately, here's where I had a slight hiccup in my adventure. The fuck? What the f? Turns out the server had some kind of punishment system for setting up landmines in certain areas. Luckily I managed to get back to my body and retrieve the loot, even though most of it was basically ruined. I took this as a sign to stop camping the roads and moved on. I ended up linking up with some of the boys later that night and setting up a small base within the D4 city. After we set up the base, I called it a night. It was the next day when I had my first run-in with our neighbours. When I logged on the next day, their base was one of the first things I discovered. Oh, okay. What do we have here? A juicy little base. I linked up with one of the bros and brought him back to our base. I decided to swing by there so he could get a look for himself. It turns out we weren't the only ones who had just logged on for the day. This is our neighbor's base here.
Which one?
Right to our right, I think. Oh. Oh! I got him! Holy shit!
I think there's another one.
Yeah, I think he's already looted this body. Yeah, one's on the deck. I lit him up. He's not dead though. I wasn't able to secure the kill and I could hear them moving around inside, so I decided to go up and have a chat. I can fucking hear him. Give me my loot, otherwise when you go to sleep tonight I'm coming in. Fucking salty old cunt. That was a well-earned kill. I shot you from the windscreen. Give it to me or I'm coming in tonight. If not, I'll let your base survive. Think that's a fair deal?
Good luck.
Doesn't have to be so much disrespect, Phoenix. Good trade?
Is he talking to you?
Yep.
Nah.
Why not?
Said so.
Okay, hard busted, are ya? That carcass on the ground there, you know damn well that's a good kill and it belongs to me. Let's leave, bro. These guys ain't even trying to fight.
I'm coming with you, bro.
It became clear to me Phoenix wasn't going to budge, despite the fact I deserved every ounce of loot on his body. Phoenix had the audacity to cross my path, completely unaware of the caliber of player he was dealing with. I am the player who sacrificed social status to dedicate myself to the art of gaming. The former top 10 PUBG OCE champion, boasting an impressive 7.30 KD ratio. The player Dr. Disrespect himself tried to add as a friend on Steam.
Evil side, evil side. How can I invite that guy back? I liked him.
A master of the genre. Through over 18,000 hours of gameplay and survival games alone, I was there from the beginning, surviving the Arma 2 DayZ mod. While Phoenix merely enjoyed this genre, I was born in it, molded by it. It had shaped me into some form of Chad Rat hybrid, and I was going to stand by my word. And I had made a promise to Phoenix, a vow, and tonight I would fulfill that promise without hesitation. The only problem was, I didn't have a thing to raid him with. So I was basically just talking out my ass the whole time. But that's okay, because I did have a plan. All I had to do was get lockpicks and screwdrivers, and maybe some medical gloves. And because I had no raiding material at all, I went straight to the place to tell me where I could find the fastest. YouTube. It wasn't long before I found a reliable content creator with some valuable information. So I went to the first place from the video and began searching. And then the second, followed by more searching. And finally the third, followed by, you guessed it, more searching. And then I pulled out my revolver and I loaded in 6 bullets and I put that shit to my character's head. And I had an idea, a crazy idea. It was 4 AM and I'll be damned if I was gonna sit there any longer clicking on boxes in the hopes of a worn out red screwdriver with 2 uses. So I decided to go ahead with this idea, which would require my character to die, so I pulled the trigger and respawned because I was planning on trying to parachute on their roof. My first parachute attempt was actually pretty close, but not close enough. So to save time, I threw my face straight into the ground. The second attempt definitely wasn't looking any better, so I put my face down and my ass up and headbutted the sand. Now I could just keep showing you clips of me trying this until I finally got a good spawn, but nobody wants to see that shit. But in reality, it took about an hour, and then I finally got one good spawn. Got the spawn I can let on the roof maybe. If I can break my parachute early enough, I can see the roof. No way. No way. Give it to me, please, please. Please break, please. This is my chance. I'm almost out of money as well. I can't see shit. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh my god, no, no, no. After respawning all those times, I had just missed the roof. It was 5 AM. So, 5 AM, you might think I was ready to give up, but you'd be wrong. During my attempt to parachute on the roof of this base, I had a realization. The balcony on the first floor, its door wide open, just beckoning me to come on in. The only problem was, this balcony was too high to climb on top of, even with the help of a car, as I had tried that already. However, this got me thinking, of all the times I had flipped my car in Scum, and there was a lot, I thought if I was able to flip my car sideways intentionally, maybe that'll give me the added boost to get into their balcony. So it was time to pull out the cars and give this shit a go. I grabbed both of the cars and headed on over to Phoenix's base. First I tried nudging the cars forward and rolling them onto their sides. Then I tried ramming. And I got a flip. And another one. I knew this could work. It wasn't until I understood exactly what was going on that I realized I could get in. The wheels were catching on the other car. All I had to do was drive right up next to it and mess around to get the car to flip. I was in the base. Now, all there was left to do was absolutely pillage every single thing within it and leave a little gift for Phoenix. What was that you were saying, Phoenix? I believe it was gift your dog and good luck. Something along those lines. Overall, the loot was pretty bad, but we had only just started our base earlier that night, so all of the building materials you see, they were essential to us, and saved me a ton of looting. We also got a bunch of magazines, along with some silencers. When it comes to ammo, we ended up with just over half a box, including 6 more 40mm grenades for my launcher, and 7 stacks of 50 BMG AP ammo. There was also about 10k cash, and even some of those screwdrivers that I spent hours trying to find, and a couple of starter cards. I loaded up all the loot and made my way back to our base. But in the end, it wasn't even about the loot, it was about standing by what I had said and getting inside by any means necessary. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was a real challenge to put this one together and easily my biggest project yet. I want to express my gratitude to everyone who's been supporting my channel. Reading all the comments from you guys has been awesome, and we're receiving over 90% likes on all of the videos, which is amazing. So if you enjoyed the video, I encourage you to drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And stay tuned for more exciting content, boys. Evil Side out. Peace.